Here's the funny question.
All right.
Is it when you know how we always have this narrative of, well, with the Patriots dynasty, was it Brady or was it Bill Belichick? We kind of got that answered after Brady left and won the Super Bowl with Tampa, and Belichick has never even been close to the playoffs
Now,
after
see,
Brady left.
we could say that, but let's just say this. Let's take this perspective. If it wasn't for Belichick, Brady would never be Brady. And Belichick gave Brady his chance. Brady then took that chance and developed it and became more. Same way in Andy Reid. Andy Reid went out and drafted Patrick Mahomes, and he gave him that chance. And a lot of people had doubts of Patrick Mahomes. He showed out. He's proven himself. And, honestly, he could probably leave Kansas City and do the same thing Tom Brady did. And Andy Reid couldn't because Andy Reid coached for the Eagles. He had good teams. He had good quarterbacks, but could never put them to the over the edge.
We'll see. We'll see how much Jim Harbaugh loves Blake Crum, because if they in the second round, if he comes around and he's available, we'll see how much Jim Harbaugh really loves Blake Crum.
I'm going to give you a little surprise. I think the Cowboys will get Blake before the Chargers do. I think the Cowboys are heavy on him. And I just have this feeling that we don't see it yet. But I just think that is when I see Blake, he's a Michigan guy, or Michigan is what I would refer to him as. And now he's going to go to the Alice land, which is Dallas. Okay, so fly, Eagles, fly, baby. So I can see him down there playing. There, I told everybody who I'm a big fan of. I had to get it out. I had to go there.
Sometimes you make it unbearable to be your friend.
I know.
But look, okay.
Me out when I name this guy, so just don't fall over and say what. I picked Isaiah Likely from Baltimore. The reason why is maybe I haven't. Hold on, let me explain before you
hold up. Before you go, did I hear that right?
Yes, you did.
Can you say that name for your player again, just to make sure I heard it right?
Isaiah Likely.
Okay. Okay.
What did I say? Likely wrong or something? Is that what you're worried about?
Well, now excuse me as I take my Tums for that acid reflux you just gave me.
Well, how dare you? I mean, this kid did a great job. He's only 23 and talking about young and didn't know that he had talent. So, and you say, well, how's that? And I'll tell you how that is. So going to his game log here, just looking at it, when he took over after Mark Andrews went out, what do you think he did? It didn't even look like Mark Andrews was gone. Yes. Tight end 2, tight end 5, tight end 23, tight end 2, tight end 10. That was what he did. Now I know that's not a whole lot of games. I get it. But for a guy that's 23, 2 years into the NFL, as a tight end, he is showing high potential. Mark Andrews is an older guy. Yes, he's still going to be the main guy at Baltimore, hands down. And it's not going to be Isaiah Likely. But if I'm drafting in a dynasty and I know this guy right here has got potential and it's likely he will slide into a starter's job soon, I wouldn't mind having him on my bench as a backup.
Question real quick. Just a quick one. Since you're talking about drafting tight ends in a draft. Okay, so if you had the opportunity, where would you draft Sam Laporta at after the year he had?
He needs to be drafted in the first or second round, but I'm not going to be that guy that does that.
I might.
Yeah,
I might just tickle around with it because I love me some Sam Laporta. Not biased because I have him in my dynasty or anything.
That's why I always lose that on Kelsey and stuff. Usually about fourth, fifth round, I'm looking for a tight end. And so that covers the whole offensive side of the ball for what we're going to do in the free agency show. So I will post the teams that Austin has projected for his players and showing the teams that I projected. And later on, we're going to have a recap and see how many of these we got right. So we covered 7 different players each. So now we're on a ticker here. See who's going to be the better, who's going to get this right. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't know. We just might add it up because at the beginning of the season, we're going to start picking who's going to win and who's going to lose. And we'll just kind of put all that to there. And then at the end of the season, with someone is going to have bragging rights. It's most likely going to be me. I'll just be honest with everybody. Not to burn the boat over there for Austin.
Well, you're talking to a guy who took 90% of your money in your dynasty league this past year. So,
hey, no one asked you to brag, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't make it to the championship or anything.
Well, I played in my own little championship. It was called Dead Last. The Dynasty Football Maniacs. Here's the full list for our free agent predictions, offense and defense for 2024. Stay tuned for the recap episode.